Okay, so we're just gonna get back into the episode.
Well, what are you looking at? And what did you find out?
Well, basically, when the security system is turned on or off, it automatically records the date and time in the log.
Oh, I was just gonna say I'm randomly typing on this computer out getting anything accomplished, but that too, I guess.
So if someone cut the security and entered this room without permission, it would be recorded in the log.
I don't really get it. I'm not into modern machines and stuff.
Huh? What's going on here?
What's wrong?
The only instance of the security being switched off was an hour ago. It hasn't been turned back on since, so...
Is that when
That
the
means
murder
this
was?
must have been when I used Amapal to disable the security.
Right. So what?
Well,
Oh.
the last time security was cut was 90 days ago.
90 days?
Which means that security was up for at least 90 days before I disarmed it. There wasn't a single moment that security was cut during that time.
I mean, I wouldn't know how, you could, like, get through here or something. Huh. I mean, there could always be someone who's been living. They wouldn't wait that long. Like, yeah, I'm not even gonna make any theories. Unless it's, like, actually Vivia, and the reason we brought up his forte was because, like, maybe he actually could tell me. I mean, it doesn't even really make sense with what he's saying, though. I don't know how he would become physical here or anything. So, yeah. The person who attacked Jaco and the person who killed, Dr. Huesca could be different, though. That's something to consider.
This old man was cooped up in here for 90 days? He's a bona fide shut-in!
We literally established that.
That's not the problem here. There's no record of anyone coming in and out of this room. There should be a log of the hitman entering before we did. Since there isn't, the doctor couldn't have been murdered here. It's the perfect, impossible crime.
From the looks of it, it appears we have strayed further from the truth. The files are formatted
See,
to
like,
prevent editing.
he couldn't be, like, it
doesn't
wouldn't
appear
make
to be
sense if
signs
he
that the
was
log
the
was rewritten.
culprit if,
We've
Jack
checked the
like
data,
this.
but it's just made the crime even more impossible.
And thus, the
Well,
mystery
we can keep that in
deepens.
mind.
Mysterious.
It's not over yet. There could be more secret data. Halara even mentioned it. His emails haven't been deleted. He's been communicating a lot with the same person. One message is fairly recent, too.
Huh? Hey, auto mode. Yo, auto. I'm literally...
This is...
Okay. From GTA 70 to the doctor. Doctor, we have trouble. Someone has discovered our deal. You should go into hiding for the time being. From him to the person. It appears it's time to call it quits. We profited enough from this already. It's too dangerous to leak research and confidential information any longer. I shall fully withdraw from here. With this money, I will now fund my new research. Are the rumors true? You intend to leave Kai Ward. Tucker, don't tell me you're planning to take the research and run. I hope you already know this, but you have nowhere to go. That could be Makoto. Let's just keep in mind how many characters she is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 characters. What's the matter, Doctor? Are you ignoring me? I will not permit any betrayal. I told you before, but you have nowhere to run. Prepare yourself.
Quite a suspicious exchange. I'm sure Doctor refers to Dr. Huesca, but who is the anonymous person?
The address is just random characters jumbled together. It'd be hard to figure out who the person is just from this.
$11 characters, including the space, 10 without it. Okay, that's way over. That's over. Melanie! And just okay, over. Technically, they don't say that either of these two are dead. I guess that's like... So, they could still be alive, I guess. Okay, that's definitely over. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Including the space, that is 12 characters. Let me tell you again. K-U-R-U-M-I space W-E-N-D-Y. Yeah, 12 characters. Okay, so that's definitely something to consider. It's 12 characters, and, I mean, she's not tall enough. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it could be a different person, though. There's also that.
The doctor spoke to a mysterious person about leaking research and confidential information.
Speaking of which, Makoto mentioned something similar.
Well, this is just a rumor, but someone in Amaterasu Corporation is working behind the scenes with Dr. Huesca. I don't know what they're plotting, but if this rumor is true, they must be dealt with eventually.
So his suspicions were right. Searching through the backlog of the emails, this appears to have been going on for over 5 years.
Dang.
but it seems like their relationship soured about 6 months ago. I guess the doctor wanted to cut ties.
So the doctor plotted to leave Kanai Ward, and this Anonymous tried to stop him.
It's more like he directly threatened him, if you ask me.
No, it
Could
doesn't really
Anonymous be
make.
the one who hired the hitman?
No, it doesn't really make sense that this guy is Harumi's grandfather. That's still probably number one. So let me flush that theory down the drain. Cause like, her is just a detective or something, right?
The doctor betrayed him, so he sought to kill the doctor. Makes sense.
The doctor didn't shut himself in here just for research. He did it to protect himself.
He felt Anonymous posed a threat, so he barricaded himself in a lab with impenetrable security. It also makes sense.
But he sure didn't act like someone living with a death threat, right?
Either he was that confident in his security, or it was just a facade. Regardless, this Anonymous is very suspicious. If only we could find out who this is.
Even if that person hired the hitman, we still don't know how he got inside.
True, that is the biggest puzzle here.
Why are we assuming it's a
How
he?
did the culprit get through such perfect security and murder the doctor? If we don't figure that
Lydia,
out,
why are you
the
smiling?
case can't be solved and our innocence can't be proven.
What was that? Wow.
Huh?
Huh?
What are you doing here?
You again?
That's what I'm saying at you, Dookie Smile. Like,
What are you,
Dookie
anyway?
Grin, whatever.
Were you born just to get in my way?
Back off, Edgelord.
Or was this all fated from the very beginning?
I'm like,
No. Fate is just an excuse for defeatists.
Vivia, crush your skull. Like,
Alright, fine. You're not just some shit in my path. You're an obstacle in the way of my ideals. A piece of trash. Trash must be dealt with properly. You rot and start to stink!
if you did this, it will be great to see
What's
you
your
fall.
name?
Your mom.
Coco Head.
Yum yum, come on, bro.
I see. I'll make a path through Kanai Ward's sewers with your name on it. Of course, it'll be named after your bones once they're dumped there.
Never mind.
Hey! Capture these criminals! I'll execute them on the spot!
This guy is so lame.
Shinigami, can you do it?
Of course, Master! We're finally
Go ahead and do it before I get shot. Saying your stupid little joke.
patient training!
To the mystery labyrinth!
Alright! Mystery Labyrinth!
Can I skip this? Wait, I might skip the video one. I guess I shouldn't. Okay. Look at me. Why is it always red in this part? Yeah, waifu bay. So, did you already know about her, Vivia, or loading screen for so long?
I see.
Why you
So
smile?
this is your true power. Yuma, I knew You were dangerous.
No matter
Hey.
what you say, it's already way too late.
Protect me, Shinigami. It's the first time I'm asking you that, but yeah.
I want to die someday.
Down the rabbit hole we go.
Subaru Shikahidi Free Zone? I don't know what. It's like Subaru Shikahidi. That one thing was supposed to be said at chapter 4, but wasn't really, huh? Me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. That was an elephant sound. Still got this thing on my neck. I wonder if Vivia will actually react to the puking and sword
Again with
and
the falling.
Vorsa.
Why can't it ever be a gentle landing?
If this seems good, he'll be like, what did I just see? I want to die someday when he's aboard.
Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
Unless he already knows.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
You can tell?
Why does it almost
Well,
look like he
anyway,
has an
this actually isn't my
arm
forte.
brace when your arm's
It's-
broken? I forgot what it's called.
Due to the power of death. Her, right?
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time.
He could?
It's due to my spiritual affinity. Ever since I was young, I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent. Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around, but that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research. I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death.
I'm sorry, but the way all the characters look like robots is kind of funny.
And also, that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Dang, the way you're hunched over. Hunchback of Notre Dame. But, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm kind of a murderer. I'm kind of a bad guy.
My guess is, clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery, causes its true perpetrator to die. If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Well,
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
But every time you want to act like, okay, all I need to know is, do we have to do that for the second case or the third case? The one with the 3 girls and the one you and Cyril Guy was in.
What? Hey!
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh?
I
Sorry,
mean, only
but
because she's been
I don't
telling me
think I have
that.
that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
I mean, you'll
You
die.
can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any
Wouldn't it be
regrets in the real
or,
world,
not and,
you're free to
if?
die here.
Yeah, forever Nazi.
Rats.
Move slashes.
I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished. Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
Why got one thing?
Yeah,
Why those
okay.
bars look like Clipsilio
Master,
paint?
Are you
Look,
ready to give your life
looks like
for the
the
truth?
Clipsilio paint stuff. Look away, Vivia!
I am.
Oh my god. What is this? Vivia, don't say, so this is what you really do this for. After this happens. I swear to God! I didn't ask for this. Yo, it's like the 5th time we've seen this. Woo!
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
Why is no one...
Here you go, Master. Here's your solution key.
Is that key something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a doubter? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unravel
You
this
just
mystery labyrinth.
acknowledge me.
Let's hunt down
Whatever.
this culprit.
I
who
can't
betrays
do
the
that voice.
truth.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Ah, come on! You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
Okay, finally, get things
Say,
started.
Vivia, do you remember anything about the case?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yako was attacked?
Okay, so you do.
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
You mentioned something like that before, huh?
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the mystery labyrinth.
I guess coalescence got overridden. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful for this case.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
Jeez! You ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
I mean, at least his eyes show. It's a good quality, right? What is that thing on the top? Kraken from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or whatever it was called.
Ooh, there's that mystery!
What mystery?
Huh? I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits. But it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
Yeah, there's
Why
so
you
many
gotta rely on
unknowns.
me, though?
I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
Huh?
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Weska was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out. The doctor was located deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits, but we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
But the culprit is definitely the hitman, right?
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage. What are you doing here?
Wow, he doesn't have a different
Yomi, hell
design.
smile.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit. You're disturbing the peace of Kanai Ward!
This guy doesn't seem like an easy opponent.
Huh?
But we have no choice. For Chief Yako, for everyone.
Two white-winged
You
angel?
killed Dr. Weska, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I
Demon.
can torture you to
Freak.
death!
Monster? Ugh. What are you?
the...
Oh, is that a remix?
ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system. While it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
Oh.
Which makes you the culprit.
Oh, this is so hard.
Right.
Yeah, it would have been pretty tough to get through the security system to enter the critical lab. But the doctor died before we got inside, which means there had to have been an intruder.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's... lab.
Say,
I mean, that technically, like, it was only, like, disarmed once. Yeah, but it was only disarmed once and with Amapal, which is why I picked that.
But
then
Oh,
You're the
places.
ones who killed Dr. Weska.
Kinda had to have that.
You disarmed the
spoon-fed
security
to me,
system
but-
to the doctor's lab. And then murdered him inside. Until you actually entered the lab,
Well,
the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder. Which makes you the culprit. You're the ones who killed Dr. Weska. You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
and then murdered him inside.
Oh,
Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the
Critical lab stayed active. It's
Why
impossible to
don't-
bypass the system while it's
Okay.
active. In other words, no one can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
This is the truth.
Okay. That was a tight, like, little time thing. That was tough, though.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab. But something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence? Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth? Don't make me laugh. Shit! There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
Damn!
Get him!
I guess it's the last.
Don't make me laugh! Shit! There was an intruder? That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
Hello? Okay.
Don't make me laugh!
Shit! There was an intruder?
That's impossible! And in fact, you proved that yourself!
That claim doesn't hold up!
Yeah, I have to push A and X at the same time? Cause like, I know I pushed X last time and
What do you mean?
you must still want
We
to get
proved there
flipped
wasn't an
over or
intruder.
whatever.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh! If there was another intruder, then where did they go?
What? Okay, Yuma, how did you not hop over that?
By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to hide in the critical room. There's no way they got past you. Or are you saying they slipped away and you missed it?
Wait, why are those hitting me?
That's obviously impossible!
Huh? Wait,
Isn't that funny?
I thought I was just supposed to slash that. When we establish those hurt me now? Huh? Whatever I get.
Right.
What does that mean?
If there was another intruder, then where did they go?
Bro.
By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right? There's no place to
Right.
hide in the critical room.
I'll slash through this mystery!
How exactly this works, I'm not sure.
hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vents cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside. If they hid inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
So what? You've got it all wrong anyway.
Wait, what exactly is a decontamination device supposed
Your
to show
existence
it out
is all
well?
wrong.
It just
Have
showed
fun
the
chasing that fake
airlock.
truth you found.
We managed to defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
Come on! Why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth!
Was there an intruder? Was the intruder Yakko or something? Like, I'm just thinking like his hand was reaching towards the map, unless that's what they want us to think. I feel like after saying all that, saying no one makes sense, and
Right here!
We're just now getting to the point? What a pain.
right?
Hey, don't
Also,
sigh,
why
this
do we
is a
have
good
to
thing.
answer that? Like,
Sorry.
that's why we didn't have a question until now?
Anyway, let's head inside.
Like, the whole time we've been assuming there was an intruder, so.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapal.
The culprit probably hit Amapal on their way out. After that, they must have intended to leave the lab. But they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
Oh, I get it. We were talking about the airlock link. Oh, so. Well, I knew we were talking about the airlock links, but I didn't know this was, the panel links were, being brought up in the keys. Okay.
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse, but it is true. If I had thought about why Amapal was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them.
It would have been more
And if I
weird
caught
if
the
you
culprit
did
then,
realize, to be
Chief
honest.
Yakko wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Right.
Another fork in the path.
How'd the culprit
Seems like
enter
we're
the
finally
lab?
at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
How you have a book
You
in
can
here?
bring your own stuff into the mystery labyrinth?
He's just special.
I'm going with the food packaged dairy thing. I guess. I actually have no idea. Like I'm just trying to click on options. Like
Culprit never entered?
they're probably gonna
You said
spoon
there's no
feed
doubt the
me
culprit was in
all
there.
the answers and
Perhaps
why are
the
there
intruder is
demonic
not the
ritual
culprit after all.
candles?
So you're saying that the doctor committed suicide? If the doctor committed suicide, then the culprit wasn't the intruder,
Know
the
about
doctor
that.
himself.
But if the doctor did it, there would be no intruder. The doctor was already in the lab.
Huh? A trap?
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier.
Huh.
People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
What
Master,
the?
we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
The first psionic failure? I wasn't saying the doctor committed suicide, but okay.
That's right. The doctor was stabbed 3 times in the back. One stab would have indicated that he held the knife in place, then fell on it to kill himself. But he couldn't have made 3 wounds like that. There's no way it was a suicide.
Also, probably
Well,
wouldn't have been
I
able
may
to
have
put
messed
it
up, but
in
at
deep
least we got
enough.
a little closer to the truth.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I know. I'll
I
do
wasn't
better
even-
next time.
Oh no, I guess like I don't know how someone would hide in there, but like someone should. I mean, I don't know. I thought that thing they were talking about was interesting. With people bringing in food, even if it's not a truth bullet. Maybe it would be obvious, like, or not the obvious, but she's gonna be
Culprit used the
Nadia.
blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
That
That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
I don't even know like what they're really asking, to be honest. Unless all of them are supposed to be wrong.
Huh? This route is wrong too? Again?
No need to worry, Yuma. I don't mind it at all if we can't find a way to move forward.
Sheesh. Even I'm losing motivation. You can take care of this on your own, can't you, Master?
Don't let him influence you! The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room.
Duh.
The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
I guess the problem is I can't tell what Yum Yum is thinking. Like,
No excuses, Master. Do it again.
You're tired, Yuma. Why don't you lie down for a bit?
Resting here wouldn't help me at all.
I mean, this doesn't really make sense either. So, well, I guess I mean, only we were invited like the time. I don't know. This doesn't.
The doctor invited the culprit in? But why?
Things are so muddled now because we're assuming the culprit forced their way inside. If the culprit was invited to the lab, then he easily would have been able to enter.
So you think the doctor disabled the security? He wouldn't need it if he was expecting a guest.
Huh? What? This was the last route!
Okay, I'm like,
Labyrinth is a tricky one.
I'm not crazy.
It's like one of those old detective novels. Perhaps you're the real culprit, Yuma.
Really, Master?
Of course not! Focus! We need to get out of here! The log on the doctor's computer didn't show any signs of security getting shut down. If that's the case, he certainly didn't cut security just to let someone in. What's going on? Were all three routes wrong?
I wonder what it means.
Hey, there's another door!
I get it! Since we proved that every possibility was wrong, a new one has appeared!
Interesting. The Mystery Labyrinth not only materializes the case, but also changes based on your investigation.
Right. Something felt off about those other routes. It's almost like we were forced to choose the wrong way.
But by eliminating each wrong answer one by one, you opened the path to the right answer.
You sound disappointed.
Who cares? Let's just see what's in the final route!
They use spectral
I'm like, I
projection
don't
to
want to see
enter
that
and kill him?
animation again.
Then, the culprit is... I can't believe the culprit entered the labyrinth with us. That's never happened before. How dare you trick me! There is no escape! Once the mystery labyrinth is solved, the culprit will be judged! Master, let's finish up this mystery labyrinth and boom kill this dude!
What? Hold on!
How do you think Yum Yum feels being pulled on a chain like that? And he's running? Like...
That's why I said to wait. There's no way Vivi is the culprit.
I mean, technically we don't know that,
Prove it
but...
and beat this thing!
Dang, I was really wrong
Until
though.
you do!
What the... Okay.
To begin with,
I'm a
nothing can
little
be touched while in
confused
ghost
with
form.
direction this case
Couldn't
is
have held
going
the
in.
murder weapon, the knife. So it's not possible that he stabbed the doctor. Now do you trust Vivia?
I guess we're doing process of elimination.
I've said this 1,000 times, but a detective must suspect everything. Besides, it's his fault for being so sketchy. The way he looks, how he talks, everything is super suspicious.
Sorry. I do try to stay out of sight.
Anyway, let's go back.
If he's not the culprit, then we're back to square one.
Let's try going back to the fork in the path. Maybe something else changed.
Okay, let's walk all the way back here. This game sometimes.
Nothing's changed.
There aren't any new doors. What? There's nowhere to go? What was the point of eliminating all the other paths?
Come on.
Don't start with that again. How about you help us for a change? You better cooperate, unless you want to get chopped up by Master Solution Blade.
Hold on, Shinigami.
I don't want to get chopped up. I dislike pain immensely. But you know, the journey up to now wasn't a waste. We did eliminate many possibilities.
But that means nothing if we can't reach the truth.
Nothing. Why do you want the truth in the first place?
Huh?
It's easy to say you want the truth, but are you sure you can handle it? No matter how cruel that truth may be.
Not to be mean, but how many times are you gonna say that, dude? Like,
I'm still not sure if you're the kind of person who can. I bet you're not sure either. That's why you're still so hesitant. This mystery labyrinth also reflects your reluctance. Maybe that's why you can't reach the truth.
What are you talking about? I've said it before and I'll say it again. I won't hesitate to expose the truth.
So you still haven't realized it? Guess you're not quite there yet. Well, that's fine for now.
well, like, the only reason I would be hesitant is because he keeps saying that.
When that happens, you have
Otherwise,
to
it
prove your
doesn't really
conviction
make sense.
and expose the truth, like you said.
Enough nonsense. Let's find some clues.
As an apology for the distraction, let me tell you something. This labyrinth appears to change shape by reflecting our investigation. So, instead of following the revealed path, isn't it possible to carve your own path?
Carve my own path? That's right, Shinigami! We can create new routes with our own deductions. Maybe we can do it here.
Deductions for
Sometimes.
this one, though?
Just a slight change in perspective is enough to completely change how you see things.
So if I change my perspective here, I might see something new. I see. I was so focused on how to overcome the security system. But that's not right. I need to change my perspective and think about who could have overcome it.
Don't box yourself in with your own assumptions.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
I hate when the anemic vampire tells us what to do. But if Master wants to... then fine. I'll lend you my power. Lay it all out, Master!
Okay, but what exactly is this anyway? Like, how do we end up here? Wink. Okay.
Let's work together as a team!
Who is capable of overcoming the system? Did I say KK?
Right!
No, it's say I.
Right! That's right!
It would be weird if it was just that one guy though.
Go, go, go!
A new route appeared.
This is all thanks to me!
Perhaps I said too much. Well, nothing has been solved yet.
I wish you'd express yourself a little better. How can we tell if you're happy or sad?
I've never been happy or sad in my entire life.
Just pathetic.
I want to die someday.
This guy's hopeless!
Anyway, let's explore this new route.
You really plan on going forward? Fine. Come on, Vivia! Bring up! There's a beautiful world to see. I see skies of green. And I think to myself, come on, baby, I say it. What,
When you think about who could get
What?
past security,
it doesn't
the only
matter what
option
kind
you
of
know of
world
is
it is, I
Agapao.
want to die. The heck?
And that's
You
how
can
we
just
were able to
work
get through
stuff in?
security ourselves.
Whoa, you...
But it's just
Wait,
a
is that
code robot,
Naruto or
right?
Sonic Ring?
How is it related to the case?
We're gonna have this conversation
Don't
again.
know yet, but since Amapal can get through security,
By the way he's looking at his body, it actually looks more like Sonic. Yeah, but he has a big cloak, so it's more like Naruto.
It's sealed off here, too.
see! There's an intercom. Maybe someone will respond if you use it.
No way. Huh? Doctor?
Huh? Wait. What the? Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
Isn't this the footage of when the doctor was attacked?
Yeah, you're right.
The mystery materialized. Must be related to what the doctor just said. So the question is, who did the doctor say, "Who are you?" to? Well, I'll leave it to you.
I don't get how you can keep reading at a time like this.
So one thing to note about this is, I've always wondered how did the thing just flash off, like why exactly did the string flash off? I almost want to say part of this is planned, but I don't exactly know why. But for now, I'll just say the culprit seems like the safe option. If that's wrong, I'll say no one. It being Amapal, like, doesn't really make sense. I mean, I just...
I can certainly understand why you'd want to choose that, but wasn't secure. I considered all the various possibilities. If I'm right, then there is no basis, which means you can't say the doctor.
Yeah, that...
But where Amapal escaped from, unless he went from the vent, which wouldn't really make... I just don't get how... I guess Amapal could be involved, but... Okay, so it was.
Does that mean we found the right answer? Huh? So the right answer is no one? Why would the doctor say, "Who are you?" if no one was there?
The security was still active at the time, so no one could enter the doctor's lab, right? And that was before I borrowed Amapel. So the only explanation is that no one was there.
Why would he say that if no one was there?
I think if we go there, we'll find the answer.
But how and why would the
Everybody's
doctor set up
obviously
its own
just a side
death?
road. Who cares what the old geezer was thinking anyway?
But it looks like this is the only way we can go. Besides, I am curious about what was going through his mind. It could be an important factor in solving the mystery behind this
Have
case.
someone kill him instead of Amaterasu themselves doing
Being
it?
forced to take a
I
side
don't know,
route
like-
is too much trouble. Makes me wish I was dead.
You really plan on going forward? Fine.
So, Master, do you have an idea about what the geezer was thinking?
Not yet, but I think it has to do with why he said, "Who are you?" I think the doctor was putting on an act.
An act? Really?
The doctor put on an act for a reason, but I have no idea why.
Yeah.
We have to
That's
figure that
what
out
I'm
by going
thinking.
down this doctor's motive route.
He's here too?
You rats keep scurrying around. Do you really think you'll discover Dr. Weska's motive this way? Good luck with that, morons! He had no motive at all!
Well, he said there's nothing here. Let's head back.
We can't do that! If he's trying to block our path, then this route must be important.
Nah, fine.
I'm only here because you maggots piss me off. So, I'm gonna end you here and now!
It's really hard not to skip this dialogue.
We can for the up in time.
This was all part of the doctor's plan? He didn't have a plan at all. That exchange on the intercom wasn't an act. There was no reason to put on a show. The doctor misunderstood. You probably don't know this. Weska put his soul into his work. The research was going well. The doctor was loyal to Amaterasu.
This is the truth!
No, that's wrong! No, that's wrong!
No! He was planning on betraying Amaterasu Corporation.
Wrong.
He was trying to escape Kanai Ward. He said so in the messages he wrote.
You little...
Okay.
Yomi's rebuttal? What was that? What was he trying to deny? Why was he covering up the doctor's motives?
It seems that this case involves the inner workings of Amaterasu.
Right. The doctor was going to betray Amaterasu. And whoever he was emailing knew that. So the doctor locked himself in the lab to protect himself from that person.
Perhaps the doctor's act had something to do with that.
I haven't liked thoughts, but I just don't feel like they're coherent enough to bring
It's
it
the
up.
security gate. Everything's locked up.
How you
Which
get Dr.
means
Plan
this is
to
a complex
time
problem. We have to choose the right door and insert the correct solution key.
This is way more hassle than before. Guess I'll leave it to you, Yuma.
As always.
Huh?
This is bad. This isn't the right solution.
Calm down, Master. Check the contents of each.
Only the doctor knew the details of the plan, so it should be in his notes.
This is bad!
Oh, the door actually opened. I knew I could let Yuma handle it.
Are you sure you aren't a phantom?
So the doctor tried to swap places with someone else to escape from Amaterasu. The notes he left behind in the lab hinted at his plan.
You mean the diagram with the sulfuric acid being poured on someone?
Yeah, he was going to swap places with a corpse, then melt it with acid. He wanted to disfigure it beyond recognition. That's how he planned to fake his own death.
At the very least, it'd buy him enough time to escape Kanai Ward. Or so he thought.
Not too sure how we reached this conclusion.
Wow! Melting a corpse with sulfuric acid? Yay! So cool and grotesque! So who is the substitute supposed to be?
Maybe the hitman. The doctor was under surveillance by Amaterasu, but he was still looking for a chance to escape. When he learned a hitman was after him, he figured his chance had arrived. The doctor was hoping to use the security system to kill the hitman and use the body as a decoy.
Now that I think about it, the doctor did seem to be waiting for the hitman to arrive.
Okay, that makes more sense. I'm like, how did we get here? But, okay. Yeah, cause like, I'm like, how did we get here? But yeah, that definitely makes more sense.
The hitman hasn't arrived yet. When will he show up? Don't tell me this so-called first-rate hitman was captured by peacekeepers.
But the hitman never did show up. That's why the doctor had a sudden change of plans.
And that was the act he put on by asking you, "Who are you?"
Perhaps that was a trap to lure you in, Yuma.
He was trying to lure Master?
He considered taking advantage of the detectives, since the hitman never showed up. So if he called for help, he would charge into the lab, not knowing anything about the security system, and thereby acquire the corpse he needed as his decoy.
That seems overly complicated. Like those guys who overthink asking girls out?
Why would he assume I was going there even though I knew? Well, he didn't know that I knew, I guess.
Well, he
didn't
couldn't
talk
have
to
used
us
another
about it?
researcher. Someone would have noticed their absence. He needed visitors, people from outside to pull it off.
So if I didn't know about the security and had rushed into the lab,
You'd be a super sexy skeleton right now. Aw, so close.
You want that?
But the doctor's plan failed, and he actually got boom killed by the hitman. I get what he was trying to do, but what about the impossible murder?
Assuming the attack on the doctor was just an act when we saw him through the intercom, we at least know for sure the real attack hadn't happened yet.
In other words, the culprit entered the lab after that exchange. So the problem is, when did they actually enter?
When we had Amapao turned to I can when we had Amapao turn off the thing, the door was opening pretty slowly. What?
Where are we?
Huh?
This place is a real mystery. Then again, I suppose that checks out.
Crazy how they have more chemistry than Yum Yum and Terumi. I'm just saying that's like, and I don't say this a lot, cause like, but like, Terumi and Yum Yum being together would be like, the most like, generic hetero thing that like, this game could do. Like, I'm sorry, but like, she's literally just a person. like she's
Shinigami?
Yeah! Master! This looks like an important turning point! So, is that your final answer?
I
this is a
haven't
cool
said anything
style.
yet!
The culprit entered the lab before Amapao.
Master, you need to narrow down the timing for when the culprit got inside. Now then, here's our faithful
Wait, why
fork
is
in
it
the road.
in this
It's
style,
life
even though
or
it's kind of cool?
We are at the crossroads of mystery and solution. This earth-shattering choice may be your last. Now, Master,
Maybe my last.
which one will you choose?
So it had to be a it had to have been someone who knew that we wanted Amapao to wait, but Amapao had to have wait a sec. So we get first see him dead with Amapao. And to disable the thing, we had to go in there no matter how long it took for the door to open. So, and we had to press a button. Unless like all that talking we did took up like a million minutes. That would mean that like, but saying they use Amapao for this would mean that they had waited for us to open the door or whatever, and once they were in there, then that's why I don't bring up my like conclusions a lot, cause like I get really rambly because they're not like completely coherent. But they went in there and then they killed the guy, apparently. But it had to have been someone who knew that like we wanted to open the door. I'm just gonna say no, but
When I directed Amapal to go into the doctor's lab, he already had a knife stuck in him. Which means he was murdered before Amapal entered the doctor's lab.
Your answer? Is correct!
Yay!
Congratulations, Master! Would you like to double down?
I did it! I did it! I won an M insanity! Meow. 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 Meow.
What are you talking about? Anyway, let's keep going.
Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. Huh, okay.
Little by little, we're narrowing down when the culprit entered.
Yeah, but we still don't know how yet. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor
I thought
over the
we were
intercom
insinuating
and when
that,
Amapal
though,
entered
so.
his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him.
So the most likely time would be when you went to borrow Amapal, Master. The culprit had to have entered the lab then.
Oh,
But
well.
Fubuki waited at the front chamber while Desuhiko and I went to borrow Amapal. She said no one entered or left the lab.
Are they gonna pull like Desuhiko or Fubuki did it? Well, no, Fubuki was the only one there. I don't think Fubuki would have done it though. Pretty sure it wouldn't make sense for her powers, and I'm really down they're going to pull the whole one of the master detectives did it. But let's reread the dialogue. It had to be between when we spoke to the doctor over the intercom and when Amapal entered his lab. During that time, the culprit entered the doctor's lab and murdered him. So, when we went to borrow Amapal.
Huh? We're back on the original path.
Maybe you're supposed to try opening that door now.
I'm sure that from here on out, it's not just about when, but also how the culprit got in. Yuma, there's no need to push yourself if things get too hard.
No, I can do it. I'm going to solve it.
Where's the culprit before the crime?
This is a map of the critical lab.
So we have to determine where the culprit was before the murder.
We'll have to solve them one at a time. Let's start with this mystery.
Where
If
is
we know
everything?
where the culprit was before they got in,
I don't
this
know
route
where
will be
everything
clear too.
is.
Do you know where, Yuma?
Okay, so this is the airlock, or maybe this is the airlock.
Here!
So did they hide in one of those panels?
Culprit must have been here!
And then waited for us to use the thing. Maybe.
After the exchange of magic,
I'm
even
just
there was
gonna
always a detective
like
at the
the
front
game.
chamber. When we went to borrow Amapal, the culprit had to have already made their way inside. But the airlock is the only location that isn't affected by the security system. There. The culprit had to be inside that decontamination device before committing the crime.
Yeah,
Another mystery solved. Just how are you planning to go, Yoma? Wait, you yum yum. Yum.
But I thought he was just hiding in there to avoid being spotted after the crime. So you think the culprit was in there before the crime too?
Yeah, the culprit was waiting for their chance. But we had no idea when we sent Amapal into the airlock.
and from there, Yuma, you guided Amapal to the doctor's lab. So the culprit entered the doctor's lab before then? How would that be possible? Only Amapal could get past security, right?
Yeah, that's the next big question.
Maybe the culprit used another Amapal unit.
No, the researcher mentioned there was only one functioning Amapal.
Which means the Amapal Yuma controlled was the only one that could get past security.
So the culprit must have taken advantage of Master's Amapal to get into the doctor's lab.
I was
That's the
saying.
only way. But how did they use it? There's no solving the doctor's murder until we figure that out.